The plot thickens as Jasmin Savoy Brown adds her 2 cents to the Neve Campbell situation. Let's get into this.
What's your favorite scary movie? Amen.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Well, I'm Pennywise the dancing now.
We're gonna get you. Oh, blood on the beast!
God, don't do that.
But sometimes death is better.
Hey everybody, what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we have a video all about Jasmin Savoy Brown and Scream 6 and Neve Campbell and a bunch of other crazy things going on in the world right now. Now before we get into this, I'm gonna need y'all to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. So getting into this, Scream 6 has just begun filming in Montreal, Canada, and yesterday we actually got it confirmed that the setting is going to be in New York City, which is really exciting to fans. But something we can't forget about is the Neve Campbell situation about how she just wasn't paid enough money to be in this next film, meaning she's not going to return for the 6th entry. We've had multiple previous cast members weigh in on the situation, with David Arquette saying like, oh yeah, Neve Campbell definitely should have been making more money. Jamie Kennedy made a whole video about it. Stu Macher himself, Matthew Lillard, even said something on a Twitter live stream or thing, or whatever the heck those things are. Now, Jasmin Savoy Brown, an actual cast member of the next Scream film, weighed in on the situation saying, I absolutely respect her for that. I think that it's hard to be a woman in this industry and in any industry at all. If any person, but especially any woman, feels that she deserves more, whether that's a financial situation, with work, out of a relationship, out of fill in the blank, if she can walk away, I support that. Jasmin also added, the script is fantastic and the franchise goes on in a beautiful way. All very valid points, and she even added that little last bit about, hey, the script's really good for Scream 6. You guys are still gonna like this, which is very reassuring. Don't boycott this movie. That's a whole rant we'll get into a little later. But first, I want to talk a little more about the whole Neve Campbell situation, because I've gotten some responses on that last video that I just cannot believe we're getting from some people. A lot of people have pointed out that if you look at the percentages across like a bunch of movies coming out right now, Neve Campbell made about the same as like everybody else did, but there's more to the story than just that. So yes, let's crunch the numbers real quick. If you look at what Neve Campbell made in the last Scream film, she made about $2 million against a $24 million budget. That's about 8.3% of the budget of the last Scream film. Now let's compare it to what everyone's been comparing it to, Tom Cruise, what he made for the last Top Gun film. So he made about $12 million against a $170 million budget, and that's about 7.1%. Yes, that technically Neve Campbell made more percentage-wise, but something I was talking about in my last Scream video was that she does not have a back-end deal with these new Scream films. At least we can assume that. She said back in an interview in 2020 that she had no back-end deal with Scream 3, which we can only assume that is still occurring today, that she's not getting any kind of share of the profits of this movie. She just made that $2 million, that sign-on money, and that's about it. That's really all we can assume. That's all we really know, and I'm guessing that's still true because that's probably why she doesn't want to be in this next film, because they probably offered her another $2 million, maybe $3 million to be in the movie, but that still sucks compared to what Tom Cruise is probably making with this new Top Gun movie, which grossed $747 million, and you know he's making some kind of percentage of that on top of the $12 million that he was given to, as a sign-on. So look, this is all just me speculating here. Sure, it totally is. But let's say there is no back-end deal. Maybe Neve Campbell's kind of pissed off about that, and that's totally understandable when you're looking at all these other stars, your friends in the fucking industry who are making so much more money than you. Also, like, one other really weird thing I just want to throw out there. I mean, no diss towards Tom Cruise. He's just kind of a victim of comparison here, but like, it is a point that I wanted to make about how like a man is probably making way more money because of he's the lead of a franchise opposed to a woman, which really fucking sucks. Now let's talk a little bit about Scream 6. Maybe they were in negotiations to get her in the film and she was saying like, okay, well, there's not gonna be any back-end deal. I want a higher percentage of the actual budget for the film. The budget for the film is rumored to be $35 million, so let's say she wanted like 10%, $3.5 million. I don't think that's asking a whole lot, honestly. I really don't. She's the lead of the franchise. If they wanted 10%, they probably said no to that with no back-end deal. They were like, no, we'll give you like $3 million. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. And listen, in the studio's defense, this is a horror franchise. It's probably not going to gross as much as Top Gun. It's probably like Scream 6 probably won't make like $747 million. But still, you're not going to pay your fucking lead of the franchise more money to be in the next installment, especially while the iron is hot? What the fuck? That's just a stupid decision. Sorry. Listen, I'm just some idiot who doesn't really know that much about the industry. I come on here and I like to talk about movies that I like, and for whatever reason, people like to watch. I just want to say, though, that that as an idiot from Ohio who watches horror movies, this was a really bad move to the studio. I gotta be honest with you, this is going to really affect the performance of this next film. But another thing I will add to that is, if you're a fan of the Scream films and you want to see Nev back, boycotting this movie really just is not going to help the situation. You might be thinking to yourself right now, well, fuck the studio. They're a bunch of sexist pricks. I'm not gonna support this movie at all. You're actually hurting the filmmakers, the people involved, the wonderful women involved with this new film. Think about Jasmin Brown, Hayden Panettiere, Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega. Like, I don't fuck those people over just because of this one situation. And also, if you want to see Nev Campbell back in a new Scream film sometime in the future, if this movie bombs, the franchise is probably going to be dead for another 10 years. Remember Scream 4? I don't want that to happen again. And I'm sure that when the movie comes out next March, we are going to have a lot of people complaining about Nev Campbell's absence from the film. And also, I don't think that this movie is going to skyrocket past 140 million like a lot of people are speculating. I'm guessing it does make more money, but not a significant amount. Like, I'm gonna say it makes 150 to 160 million dollars. I will say this though, if Nev Campbell was in the film, I'd say it could get close to 200 million considering the hype. I mean, there's more excitement for Scream 6 than there was for like Halloween 2018, and that made a lot of fucking money. One more thing I want to talk about real quick is that Liana Liberato, an actress who was in this movie from 2019 called The Beach House, which I have been wanting to see for so long. It's been on my watch list. Many people have recommended it to me. It looks really good. I gotta check this out. She's apparently rumored to be in Scream 6. According to @TopGirlCassidy on Twitter, massive shout out to her. She gives some amazing Scream 6 updates. Make sure to check out her page. She discovered that this actress followed Matt and Tyler, the Radio Silence guys, on Instagram about a month ago, and then posted something on her story yesterday talking about how she's traveling somewhere. So could she be going to Montreal to film a scene for the new Scream film? That would be pretty awesome. Apparently she's no stranger to horror. Like I said, she's been in this Beach House movie that I hear is fantastic. Haven't seen it yet, but I hear it's pretty damn good. That would be pretty cool. You might want to keep an eye on this actress, just saying. The one thing I like to say at the end of my videos is a lot of this is just rumors and speculation. My whole Nev Campbell rant, for instance, just speculation and rumors, but I can see a little bit of truth in that. The whole Liana thing, okay, that could be total BS. Who knows? But it could also be something too. Maybe she's a Scream fan. You know, maybe she just wanted to follow the Radio Silence guys. That could be the case. Or she's in Scream 6. So what do you guys think about all this? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this new Scream 6 update. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more horror content and, of course, Scream updates. If you want to support this channel even further, please make sure to become a Patreon supporter or a channel member by clicking on that join button on my page. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.